Hello everyone and welcome to HotRich where you come to get amazed. We always have dreamed of rich life, and whenever this word rich involves in our mind, it always refers to something like exotic cars, jets, spending lavishly, and buying a number of the four most expensive homes to measure. Well, there are things that we do not have an option immediately to consider, but these crazy, wealthy and rich people are spending marvelously on such things. Let's mention the Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, who made quite $5 billion within the past 3 months, bringing his total net worth to $120 billion. He's the richest person within the world. Bezos is roughly 36% wealthier than the whole British monarchy. He makes approximately $2,489 per second, quite twice what the average US worker makes during a week. Bezos is so rich that an average American spending $1 is comparable to Bezos spending about $1.3 million. Isn't this amazing? Today I will be sharing with you the ways this man spends his massive fortune. First of all, let's check out his land portfolio. Bezos has some homes across the US. His home base, a lake house in Medina, Washington, is span about 5.3 acres. According to the Wall Street Journal, he paid $10 million for the property in 1998. One house is a 20,600 square foot, 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, and therefore the other is an 8,300 square foot, 5-bedroom and 4-bathroom home rumored to cost $53 million, and neighbors include the number 2nd richest guy within the world, Bill Gates. In Washington DC, Bezos owns a 27,000 square foot home that, with a sale price of $23 million, consistent with the Washington Post, is that the costliest house in his fancy Colorama neighborhood. President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama bought the second most expensive house within the enclave last year, and Ivanka Trump is additionally our neighbor. Bezos mansion was formerly a museum. In April, it had been reported that the Bezos is undertaking a $12 million renovation of the Washington DC mansion, including adding a whiskey cellar and a marble staircase. The Amazon founder also owns a 2.03-acre property in Beverly Hills, California, worth about $25 million, and in Manhattan, Bezos has 3 linked apartments within the Century Building on Central Park West, and those are worth a minimum of $17 million, consistent with WealthX. We don't know much about the inside of his properties, but you will imagine that what you will get if your net worth is bigger than the GDP of Iceland, Luxembourg and Cyprus combined. Now if we glance up to his space works, Elon Musk's SpaceX and Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic are famous for his or her otherworldly missions. But spaceflight may be a passion for Jeff Bezos too. He founded aerospace company Blue Origin to farm space tourism cheaper. Bezos calls the venture the most vital work that he is doing, and he isn't afraid to spend his money to stay it funded. Blue Origin is dear enough to be ready to use that fortune, he said in April. I'm currently liquidating about $1 billion a year of Amazon stock to fund Blue Origin, and that I decide to still to do this for an extended time. Blue Origin reportedly plans to start out selling tickets for test space flights by next year, with passengers likely to pay a minimum of $2 million per ticket. For his love of space, Bezos also financed the recovery of the remains of several Apollo booster rocket engines from rock bottom of the Atlantic 14,000 feet down, starting in 2013, consistent with the Seattle Times. NASA donated a restored F-1 booster to the Museum of Flight in Seattle in 2015 at the CEO's request. So you will now get an idea that he's mostly spending on the items to urge out of this planet, and perhaps if he does so, he can also become the richest person on Mars. And wait a minute, think for a while that what if he would be an alien just working hard enough to get back home? Now, if we mention his expensive toys, Bezos is legendary for having his wife drive him in a 1996 Honda Accord, long after he became a multimillionaire, but he does have some costlier vehicles. For example, he owns a top-of-the-line $65 million private jet, the 2015 Gulfstream G65 OER, via his company. The model is the longest range business jet and features a top speed of Mach 0.925, which is 710 miles per hour approximately, consistent with the Rob report. And here's a fact for you guys. Inside a mountain on Bezos' property in Texas, workers are constructing one among several 10,000-year clocks. The clock, which is supposed to run 10,000 years, is the brainchild of the Long Now Foundation, and Bezos has invested a reported $42 million into the project. This is a clock ringing deep inside a mountain. It's an enormous clock, many feet tall, designed to tick for 10,000 years. Every once during a while, the bells of this buried clock play a melody. Whenever it's a melody the clock has never played before. The clock's chimes are programmed to not repeat themselves for 10,000 years. Now let's take a glance at his investments. The CEO has helped bankroll some big names. Bezos Expeditions has invested in businesses including Basecamp, Juno Therapeutics, Workday, and Twitter. The estimated value of Bezos' stake in Bezos Expeditions is a minimum of $880 million, consistent with WealthX. So that's it for today's video. Let us know that you simply like this video by giving an enormous thumbs up, and if you did not have subscribed yet, go punch that red button on his face. We will see you with subsequent video. Bye bye.